What's up, Magnum Sports Network fans? My name is JT Magnum. I'm glad to be back. I was on vacation for the weekend. I've had like 6 Christmases with my wife and family. We have so many people's houses that we went to and people to catch up with that this was the last one. We finally caught up with my wife's family in Pennsylvania. And I'm glad to be back. And I want to talk college football playoffs. The games are obviously over with Oregon beating Florida State 59-20 in a game that I'm not surprised. I wasn't surprised at all that Oregon beat the living daylights out of Florida State. I expected that one. The one that I did get surprised at was Ohio State beating Alabama 42-35. I actually felt Ohio State didn't deserve to be in that game. I thought TCU actually should have been in that game. I actually tweeted out that I felt that TCU was the better team over Ohio State. Turns out TCU was just as good as advertised, but Ohio State upends Alabama. Now you start to wonder, was Alabama worth being in there, or was Florida State worth being in there? Maybe Oregon versus TCU, Ohio State, Alabama, that have been a better matchups, because Florida State, even though they were undefeated, they kind of played a softer schedule and they kind of squeezed by in some games and basically played. It seemed like they were playing down to their competition all year, but maybe it wasn't. It was just the fact that they weren't that good. Obviously not as good as Oregon was, because Oregon trounced them. So now the game's going to be coming up. It's going to be Oregon versus Ohio State for the national championship. Oregon's already a 6.5 point favorite from what I've seen. That number might fluctuate between 6.5 to 7. Marcus Mariota, the Heisman Trophy winner from Oregon, going against Cardale Jones, the third-string quarterback now for the Ohio State Buckeyes, who played his heart out versus Alabama. Played a great game, and it's amazing what Urban Meyer has done with Ohio State, because I mean they had Braxton Miller, who was a Heisman Trophy candidate. And then J.T. Barrett, who comes in and plays for Braxton Miller, and he plays a phenomenal season and then gets hurt like at the last game of the season pretty much. And not last game, but you know, one game left. He couldn't play against Wisconsin, who Cardale Jones killed. But having J.T. Barrett and Braxton Miller go down and to beat Alabama was huge, because Alabama, they're known for the defense. Nick Saban is not, known for offense. They're known for defense. And the way they, put up 42 points on them and being down 21-6 to still be able to come back, phenomenal for Ohio State. And I don't know if they're going to be able to win this national championship, though. Oregon is just such an offensive powerhouse, and I know Ohio State is as well, but Oregon has a very underrated defense. And if you ask me, I think that Oregon's going to win the national title. I think they're going to win it big. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but I still think Oregon's going to win it big. I think they're going to be able to cover that spread. I think they're going to do well. But Ohio State does have a pretty good defense. They have good corners on the outside, and they did pretty well against Amari Cooper and Alabama, because that's pretty much their only option at that point. And Blake Sims wasn't able to throw. He just knew who he was going to. They knew what he was going to do, and they made him look silly on that game. So I just think that Oregon, though, is just a different kind of powerhouse on offense, and Ohio State's going to struggle with them. But Urban Meyer, you never know what he's capable of. You never know what he's going to do. Never know his game plan. So Ohio State could be in that game. We'll see. But as for me, I think Oregon's going to win that one in a blowout. I'm going to call it 50. I'm going to say it's going to be 53-31. I think 53-31 to Oregon. That's my call for the national championship, because I just think they're too good on offense to stop. So we'll see what happens, but I think Oregon's going to win it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about the college football playoff system. Also, had it been the BCS, this was the funniest thing I heard. Had it been the BCS championship, it would have been Alabama versus Florida State in the BCS Bowl. How funny is that? Good riddance, BCS. That's all I got to say. Let me know what you guys think about the college football playoffs in the first year. Let me know what you guys think, who's going to win that national championship, and any other thoughts you might have. All right? So for JT Magnum and Magnum Sports Rundown, I'm out. Peace.